A crisis seems to be looming between Egypt and Ethiopia over the new grand dam being built by Ethiopia. Ethiopia says it is essential for badly needed hydroelectricity, while Egypt is worried the project will reduce its share of drinking water. Yasser Hakim has that story.
Egyptians call it our lifeline, the source of our existence. This is how important the Nile River is to this country, supplying 95% of Egypt's water consumption, as 90% of the population lives on its banks. It was no surprise there is great concern to the news of Ethiopia's new Grand Dam under construction on the Blue Nile since 2012.
Unlike Egypt, Ethiopia doesn't use Nile water. It has other sources such as rain, and the dam is intended to produce 6,000 megawatts of hydroelectricity. It will cost about $4.8 billion and could take up to 5 years to construct. The problem is that the dam could reduce Egypt's share of 17 billion cubic meters per year, and it is also an illegal act.
According to a 1929 Nile Basin Agreement, Egypt is entitled to 66% of the water flow of the Nile. That's 55 billion cubic meters per year. Sudan 18% and 12% is lost to evaporation. But a new Entebbe agreement in 2010, led by Ethiopian President Meles Zenawi, sought to revise the volume to each country. 6 Nile Basin countries signed the agreement, while Egypt and Sudan refused to sign, causing tensions between the countries and Ethiopia.
We need to confidence building measures with the Ethiopians through cooperation, economic cooperation, cultural cooperation, and also to use the religious relationship between the Ethiopian Church and the Egyptian Orthodox Church. So I think this problem can be handled by negotiations and confidence building measures.
Egypt already has a water crisis with the increase in population. In 1960s, the average water share per person was 2,800 cubic meters. Now it has dropped to 600 cubic meters, much below the poverty line of 1,000 cubic meters per person. Many politicians say the next war will be over the Nile water here. But to avoid this, Egypt is forming a technical committee with Ethiopia and other countries to assess the effects of the new dam on Egypt's water share, thus giving diplomacy another chance. This is Yasser Hakim for CCTV, Cairo.